What's going on, y'all, and welcome back here to yet another video. With this video serving as an overview around the topic of holiday block leave or Exodus. And it is literally just August and I'm already being bombarded by questions around this topic. So with that being said, this video will serve as the most comprehensive, highly informative, all-in-one video that you will ever need to watch, with future updates dropping as new information is released. So stay tuned. Here we go! What's up, everybody? Welcome back here to Team SWARTZ, and if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Here I post a ton of Army basic training tips, recruiting, and other Army-related videos, to include going live weekly to address your most desired questions and concerns. My name is Lewis, your local New York Army National Guard's full-time recruiter and part-time drill sergeant, and in my free time, I create content around the enlistment process into the United States Army in general, and to help you get prepared both mentally and physically for Army basic training. With that being said, let's get started. If you left MEPS and went home and saw on your paperwork that your training has been extended or is 2 weeks longer than you had originally anticipated or researched, do not fret, do not panic, and do not be scared. It is perfectly normal because everyone will be taking 14 days off, paid time off, around Christmas and New Year's. We call that holiday block leave, or Exodus for short. It doesn't matter if you're in basic training, AIT, OSUT, OCS, BOLIC, leadership schools, RASP, Ranger, Air Assault, Airborne, it doesn't matter. If you are in a training environment around that time, training stops. You do not have the choice to continue to train and drive on. You will stop and you will take that time off. The only choice that you will have at this time is to stay at the training sites, which is not recommended, or go home and actually spend that time with your friends and family. It is designed to allow the drill sergeants, the cadre, and the trainees to take a knee, unwind, spend time with their family, and then get back on the grind and complete their training. If you elect to stay at the training site, you are more than welcome to do so, and they will have activities and such that you will be able to partake during that time period, so you're not bored out of your mind. So each training site has the ability to schedule, coordinate, and plan their block leave between December 15th through January 15th, and only the training site will know those specific dates that will be assigned to your trainee in training. When I watch the virtual town halls on the official Facebook pages, parents and family members are constantly asking them, when is their trainee at this XYZ company going to be taking their Exodus or holiday block leave? Due to OPSEC, or Operations Security, they will not publicly announce those specific dates for the safety and concern of your trainee. Welcome to the United States military. You will be wasting your breath if you're going to go onto those official forums or online somewhere and ask for those specific dates. It is not public knowledge. Your trainee will let you know, either by phone or snail mail. As you look on the screen, these are the few questions and concerns that are commonly asked during the virtual town halls or through my recruits that I recruit into the New York Army National Guard before they ship out to Army basic training. These are things that I feel that are important that you should understand or be aware of. Question number 1, is Exodus or holiday block leave going to happen, like actually happen, in 2021? Short answer, yes. It worked well in 2020 and it will continue to work well in 2021. Expect that your trainee must meet certain policies, guidelines, and instructions that are provided to them before they leave to go on holiday block leave. Make sure that they follow those rules and guidelines. It was a huge success in 2020, and unless things go extremely left, we will be having holiday block leave. If anything does change, you can be rest assured that I will be putting out updated videos as new information is released. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit that bell icon, and turn on all notifications to include the settings of your phone if you're not getting notifications from YouTube. That way, you don't miss a thing. Question number 2, paid leave or our term for vacation and how do you earn it. In the Army, we don't call it vacation, we call it leave. And for every month that passes by, each person who is on active duty orders for more than 30 days will earn 2.5 days of paid leave or vacation time. So the average trainee in the training environment through their initial entry training, including basic training and AIT or OSUT, I would say that it's roughly around 4.5 months on average or longer, but let's just go with the minimum expectation of 4.5 months to complete your basic training and your AIT or OSUT. So with that being said, in 4.5 months, you will earn 11.5 days of paid leave. Your holiday block leave, however, is 14 days, which means that you have not earned enough leave days to cover your 14 days off. If you are active duty, don't worry about it. You will eventually pay those days back through time and not have to pay anything out of pocket for those unearned leave days. So those of us that are in the Army Reserve and the Army National Guard and our training is only 4.5 months, we're gonna have to pay back up to 3.5 days for our unearned leave days that we will be forced to take to complete our 14-day holiday block leave. So that kind of sucks, but I have a solution to this problem. But before I go into that, if you are in an AIT that extends it out another 1.5 months, right, then you won't have to worry about paying back unserved leave days. And topic number 3 is all about Hometown Recruiting Assistant Program, or HRAP for short, which is the solution to the problem I just brought up, which is to make up and not have to pay back up to 3.5 days of the unearned leave days that you might find yourself in a position of. So with that being said, whether you're active duty, Army Reserve, or Army National Guard, all three of us are afforded the opportunity to work with our recruiting stations or our recruiter in our hometown where we are taking our holiday block leave up to 10 days. I'm suggesting that you do at least 4 days to cover that potential deficit of 3.5 days for the mandatory 14 days that you are taking off to complete your holiday block leave. If your AIT and training is longer than 4.5 months, closer to 5.5, 6 months, then you will have more than enough time on active duty to cover your 14 days of leave. All right, so let me just get this out of the way real quick. Anytime that you are traveling for official purposes, the expenses for travel is on us, on our dime, right? For this example, when traveling to and from Army basic training, AIT, OSUT, your first unit of assignment, all those expenses are paid for on the component of the Army that you belong to. Now, with that being said, when you go on leave or vacation, we're not paying for those expenses. That is considered personal. So there are a few ways that you could go on holiday block leave and execute funds to pay for said travel. Option 1 is yes. The trainee can coordinate with the drill sergeants and their leadership at the training site to have family pick them up if they're within that 100 to 150 mile radius or whatever that mileage radius is, and determined by their leadership to allow family to come and pick them up, which then that trainee will inform you the pickup location, which will be off post at a specific time on a specific date. Again, I want to stress this. This is designated and determined and executed by your trainee with his leadership or her leadership at the training site, not through you. Option 2 is the leadership may or may not afford you the opportunity to grab your cell phone and to pay for your mode of commercial travel to go home or wherever it is that you're going for holiday block leave. Or maybe a family member will be compelled to want to do that for you, which is great. It's nice. It's sweet. It's awesome. But it's not recommended because, and this does happen, right? Heed my warning, that if your leave dates or your release time on that specific day changes and you miss your flight, your bus, or your train, you're not going to get reimbursed. And that is a risk that you are assuming by having your family or yourself pay for that travel for holiday block leave. Option 3 is the preferred method, which is to allow the United States Army, the training sites, to coordinate, plan, and pay for your commercial travel to conduct your holiday block leave, and they will deduct the final expenses from your pay at the completion of your training. That is the preferred method. That way, if for some reason your leave dates change or whatnot, you are not going to lose any unnecessary money. I highly recommend that you execute the third option and allow the training sites to plan, coordinate, and pay for your travel so that you and or your family don't lose your money in case the Army changes their mind on the leave dates as previously described. So if you are a family member and you are really compelled to help out your soldier by paying for their travel expenses, execute option 3, and then when the soldier eventually looks at their LES or their leave earnings statement, aka their pay stub, and they see the debt payment to pay for their travels, you can cut them a check for that dollar amount, or Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay, what have you, to your trainee to help them out if you are so inclined, which is very nice of you. And a reminder, your trainee will let you know when they get those leave dates. You don't have to ask. They will let you know when they know. And question number 5 is, do I have to go back through MEPS to get back or head back to the training environment? And the answer is no. If you flew back, bus back, or trained back, whatever your mode of transportation is to get back is what you will execute and get yourself back to the training site on your own. And question number 6 is, if I have graduated and I go on holiday block leave, will I be expected to go back to my last or previous training location or to the next training location or first duty station? In short, you are going to do what you were told and what the paperwork says. Solid, right? It's a duh.com. But one or two things will happen. If you are going back to the same duty location, when you leave, you will leave with just your personal bag and you will go home on holiday block leave or what have you and come back. Now, if they intend for you to go to your next training location or first unit of assignment, you will then get your personal bag and all your personally assigned equipment and uniforms and such, and you will bring everything home with you and bring it to your next duty station when you report back to training or your first duty location. So hopefully you stay with me on that and that makes sense. But just do what you're told. That's it. Too easy. And question number 7 that is super frequently asked is, what happens if you have a few days left to a week left of training? Do I have to go on holiday block leave? Or can I finish out training and then go on holiday block leave? And short answer is, your leadership have the ability that if you have met all your graduation requirements, can send it up the chain of command for approval or denial to graduate you sooner and then go on holiday block leave. If denied or if not executed, you will be expected to stop training, go home or stay there, conduct your holiday block leave, come back and resume training and graduate those few days or a week later. Yes, I know. It sucks, right? There I was, 2000, in basic training, literally had less than a week away from graduation. And just like you, I just wanted to finish that last week of basic and move on to my AIT when I got back. But no, we went on holiday block leave, came back, and finished our last week of Army basic training. So, been there, done that, got the badge. I get you. I have empathy for you. I understand you. It is what it is. So buckle up, Buttercup. It is time for overhaul. Leading me into topic number 8, which are my bonus tips, my strongly suggested tips. Tip number 1, continue to do PT. If you are struggling with PT at the training environment, I cannot stress this enough. Continue to do PT because it will help and assist you in reacclimating yourself in the training environment when you do complete holiday block leave. I cannot stress this enough. Do PT Monday through Friday just like you would if you were still in a training environment. Choose whatever time of the day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be dark 30 in the morning, okay? Just continue to do PT. Choose 3 days that you're going to do running, 2 to 3 days where you'll do body weight exercises at minimum, right? And your PT should last at least 45 minutes, just like it would in a basic training AIT or OSUT environment. Do not get complacent. You've been warned. And topic number 2 is expect to do a drug and alcohol test once you get back from holiday block leave. You will be tested. Do not be stupid. Do not do drugs. Do not drink alcohol. As a trainee, they're going to brief you on this. You're not even allowed to smoke hookah, cigars, cigarettes, drink alcohol. It doesn't matter. Just don't do it, Pride. Just be the opposite of Nike. Just don't do it. Topic number 3, I feel is a duh.com, just like the drugs and alcohol. However, stay out of trouble. Do not get arrested. Do not get a ticket, a citations, or a summons. Don't do it. And tip number 4 is not for you trainees, so trainees, take a knee. Listen up, parents and family members, this one's for you, all right? Down in the description area, I'm going to be posting the official Facebook pages for Fort Benning, Georgia, Fort Sill, Oklahoma, Fort Leonard, Missouri, and Fort Jackson, South Carolina. These official Facebook pages, all right, they stream right now once a month and conduct what we call, or what they call rather, virtual town halls, and they provide basic training and AIT updates for your trainees at the training environment. And it allows family members and friends to tune in, ask questions and clarifications and all that good stuff. So with that being said, you're welcome. Those official links will be down below. However, just keep in mind that Fort Leavenworth, Fort Leonard, Missouri, and Fort Benning, Georgia rarely stream, but they do intermittently here and there. But starting in like late September, worst case scenario, into October, expect them to do 2 or more virtual town halls throughout the month, usually on a weekly basis. But, you know, just be aware of that. And tip number 5, which I can't believe I have to bring up, but you would be surprised how many times this topic or question comes up during this time frame. So that's why I'm adding it to this video. Do not get married with the intent of getting and qualifying for BAH, Basic Allowance for Housing. Don't get me wrong, like, money's not that important, but it's right up there next to oxygen, yeah? But don't do it for money. If you are truly, madly, deeply, forever in love, and you were already in that mindset before you enlisted and before you shipped off to training, then yes, I support you 200%. But do not fall in love with your battle boo for basic training or AIT and think that you guys are going to be living happily ever after, okay? It doesn't work like that, all right? 9 out of 10 times, or 99 out of 100 times, right? Or what have you. It is $50 to get married and thousands of dollars and a large migraine-like headache to get divorced later on, okay? So with that out of the way, if you do decide to get married on holiday block leave, you have to add them to DEERS or into the database and all that good stuff at your unit of assignment of basic training or AIT or OSUT. So you're going to need to bring home, or bring back with you to the training site rather, your original marriage license or certificate, a copy of your spouse's ID, social security card, and birth certificate. If they were born outside of the United States, we're going to need a copy of their green card, visa, naturalization certificate, or certificate of citizenship. If they have children, right, then we're also going to need their birth certificates and social security cards and their information to include your spouse's, your in-laws' information, right? His or her parents' information. Their full name, address, phone number, date of birth, place of birth. If they too were born outside of the country, you're going to need their green card number, their naturalization certificate number, their visa number, and what have you, okay? All that stuff needs to be inputted and provided to the DEERS office. Now, when you complete training, you're not going to be able to go from the training site back home, secure your gear and equipment and your family, and bring them to your first duty station. That's not how it works. When you graduate from OSUT or AIT, you're going to get coordinated with sterile transportation to go directly to your first unit of assignment. You will in process and then coordinate, plan, and execute your permissive TDY up to 10 days to secure your family and your belonging and to transport them on the government's dime to your first duty station. That is how it works. No exceptions, no anything while COVID is still going on. That is the standard. And a bonus tip to the bonus tip, which I didn't have in here at the time, but I just thought of now, is the HRAP, Hometown Recruiting Assistant Program. At time of enlistment, when you are contracting, they may offer you and put it in writing that when you graduate from AIT or OSUT, that you will conduct up to 10 days of HRAP, Hometown Recruiting Assistant Program, before you go to your first unit of assignment. During COVID, regardless of that being in your contract, that is not a thing, okay? That's in your contract, providing that at the point that we finally get past COVID and there is no more COVID restrictions, then yes, you will conduct your HRAP. Otherwise, even though it's in your contract, expect it not to actually happen other than conducting HRAP while you're on holiday block leave. Hopefully you got that. And if you made it this far into the video, do me a favor, drop a hashtag Team SWARTZ down in the comment section, letting me know that you are my ride or die Team SWARTZ squad member. And with that being said, like this video, smash it if that's something you're into, subscribe if you haven't already. And I appreciate you getting to this point in the video. I love y'all. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you.
Hold up! Wait a minute. Like this video and follow me on social. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out one of my other videos right over here. Just pick one. They're pretty cool. I mean, I liked it. I mean, I was in it. Spoiler alert. I teach you something. Just saying.